It's 8:30 in the morning and I've just got to Red Lions Business Park. This is a business park that we own. We bought it a few years ago and we've got the income up. Now, I like investing in commercial property. Good slow pound revenue. Over a period of time, your commercial property is going up in value and you get a much better return on investment, in my experience, from all residential property. Now, I own a lot of residential property, so I sit in both camps, and I'm telling you now, I think commercial is a lot better, especially stuff like this, because it's high yielding, so you're getting a good return on investment on the cash that you deploy to actually buy the thing. 2 weeks away from Christmas, and the team here are making stuff for our Halloween ball. Well, it's like a monsters ball that we're doing in February for our charity, but we'll reuse the stuff in October. This is the wonderful Ian that's putting this all together. He loves watching us on YouTube. He's starting his own channel soon. These guys are making all this stuff. It's going to be decorated. Then we've got a new tenant coming in here. What's the new tenant coming in here, Ian? Do you know?
I think they do filming or something.
Filming? Competition, Chads. We've got competition. So yeah, this was a carpet showroom and they've moved out. And then we've got a vet's clinic next door. They've just moved in. You done all the works on that as well, didn't you, Ian?
Majority of it, yeah.
Yeah, majority. It's amazing. And then Digger Dave at the back is putting in new car parking for a courier company. Is that right, Ian? They've just moved in?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on anymore. That's the thesis of all this. So this is the new vet clinic. Animal Angels just moved into Unit 2. Let's have a little look. I just wanted to say hello. I'm James.
Hello, James.
From the business that owns this. I just wanted to say hello.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Everything, you settling in okay?
Yeah, well, yeah, actually, have you got 2 minutes in there?
Well, let me deal with your customers. I'll go up there and I'll come back and see you.
Good.
Guess who printed that? We did, in-house. That's who printed that. Trace, my PA, looks after all this now. I used to be very hands-on on all this stuff. And every now and then now I just like to go around and see what we're doing. I'm much more involved in the trading businesses. But yeah, it's just, yards are really profitable and it's very hard to get these sort of spaces around the southeast. You know, you want a yard or a place to store stuff, very, very difficult to get it. And small commercial units are very hard to find. Anyone that's in business and wants to find a premises that they operate out of, it's very difficult. Let's go and see what Digger Dave's up to. What are you doing here then, Dave? Tracy got you doing stuff?
Well, basically, when I arrived, all that there was in the middle.
Right. What, just dumped?
Yeah, dumped. That's what you're in. Big pile there, and all
Yeah.
the rest of this floor was about that high.
Yeah.
So basically, what I've done, I've took out everything, reduced the ground, left some hardcore here, put the planings on.
Yeah.
Just got to level it by hand and then roll it for a hard standing for the Hermes vans.
Right.
You'll get about 10 vehicles on here, which saves the congestion.
Got it.
Yeah.
Was Hermes distributing from here?
Yeah, that's what all them vans are. Normally you can't even get to here.
Oh, right.
They're parked all the way along this.
He knows more about everything going on than me now,
I've
doesn't
only
he?
been here a while. No, it's
Done a good job, Dave.
Thank you, mate.
We need to get this unit, don't we? This is.
Yeah, it's a nice little unit.
Need to get this to Marsh Farm. Take a picture of that. We bought that off of a tenant that had run out. Well, he run out of money, the tenant, and we sort of done a deal.
A little bit of plastic board and that's nice.
Yeah, what we've got here as well is all of this land over here is ours, and we've got permission to put 22 more units on, so we're just doing the final planning for that. Got to do all the conditions, you know, make sure there's no newts in the ground and all that palaver. Hey guys, I'm James, I'm from the Landlords. I'm just popping in, saying hello. Hello. I'll leave you to it, I see you're busy.
Yeah, that's fine.
No worries. So Digger Dave's building that new car parking space. Well done, Trace, because I don't have anything to do with this anymore, really. I just buy the things and let everyone else look after it. MOT station. Good business, this. Good business. Very proud that we own this, because it really protects us as a business. When you own lots of commercial property, if you have those wobbly moments in trading, you can always lean into that to get the bank to support you. And you know, whatever business that you have, you'll have periods of highs and lows. You know, look at companies like Marks and Spencers and now John Lewis. 20 years ago they were titans of industry, then they dipped, and now Marks and Spencers is on the way up again, doing really well. And no one ever worries about those companies because they own so many assets around them, protects them. And that's what I'm trying to do in my own little way, have lots of assets around us to protect us.
I spoke to Tracy about these potholes. I've damaged 2 wheels in them, 2 on my car and 1 on a customer car.
I'll get Dave, he's with the digger to put some in.
In the workshop as well. I had a light unit melt and fall on the car. An electrician come down, fitted one, didn't have ladders long enough to fit the other.
Okay. Technically, I mean, the way we work with our yards, it's fully repairing and insurance. That's your responsibility.
Yeah.
If you want more, you can have that. You get as Farnham as found, and that's why we keep the rents as competitive as possible. Yeah. With the potholes out there, I will look to try and sort them out. But any improvements you want in your yard, that's down to your responsibility.
What about the roller shutter doors?
What do you want done on that?
Well, I've got one that doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, if you want us to repair it, we would then bill you for it. It's not like a house, this is it, that's all of the others now, like we're putting leases in place for all the others, and so that, it means when you have a commercial property and you rent it, I know it's, you have to do all the repairs whilst it's in there. I mean, we're fair to a degree. Which one is it, this one?
Yeah, that one, it's never worked.
If you want to find a company that can repair it and let us know with the bill, and we might and go to Tracy and then let me know what it is, and then we'll look at it. This here, I'll speak to Dave to put some stuff in there now while he's got the digger.
All right, no worries.
There's a little pothole down there. If you've got any of that, can you just get with the digger and put some in?
Yeah, I asked Ian about that. He said he's going to put tarmac in it.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, you buy bags of ready mixed tarmac.
Oh, fine. I'll leave you to it. Yeah. I'll leave it with you. Never stops, does it? Right, I'll go and see the vet.
It's not as bad today as it was yesterday. It's dried up quite a bit. There's that pit there.
Yeah.
There's that part there. And actually today it's probably more visible where it's probably coming in, because yesterday was a lot worse.
Okay. So Ian's knows about it.
Ian's had a look at it yesterday.
Wait, how long have you been in here now?
Is it about 3 months?
Do you know what I think? I think if I die, all the stuff people have got to deal with gives me a headache. Hello, Gaz. You all right? Yeah, good, mate. Mate, I love what you've done in there. I already come in here and I think this is better already. Yeah, Gary done all the work here. He had there was really nasty, horrific 1970s curtains, I reckon they were. He's matched it all in and then painted all this. Do you remember what it was like?
Yeah, that looks really good.
It was horrific, wasn't it? I wish we had you ain't got a picture of what it was like before, have you? And then done the same this side. Just so much better. Looks better already, doesn't it?
Yeah, just getting rid of them curtains just grinds it up.
So this is the lobby here at the hotel, and we're having our weekly managers meeting. It's quite a new business that we bought here, so with my new stuff on, I come to the weekly managers meeting and try and do a year of it, sometimes a bit more. When I bought the parlour, I turned up every Monday morning, 9 o'clock, what's your numbers the week before, what's your labour to turnover ratio, what's our average customer value, chat through that. And also then on a weekly basis, I'm compounding my learning about these types of businesses. And then I'm looking to sack myself from that role after a year so that the guys can, have the right systems and processes and don't need me in it. And that's why we do these meetings for the first year, so I can understand everything, all the challenges. And have a coffee. So you got a normal oven here? Yeah, it's 8,000 for a small, and then 13,000 for the double the size one. And you need the double the size one. The thing why we need to be on those other platforms is the platform might be popular in Australia or New Zealand, and they're travelling to see family, and that's their brand of choice. Yeah, I would say Booking.com is a massive European business, and Airbnb is a much more American business. 50% of the bookings are on the day. When I was in room 8, you really can hear everything, can't you, from the alleyway. So November, we did 71,000, so that was our weakest month so far. What do we think that is, and what can we do differently for next year? More platforms. Honestly, I think being on Airbnb will make a difference. Did we do that letter to all the funeral directors? That email we should put that on a sequence that goes every month, just to remind those people that we're still here. A lot of the time, just reminding them that you're here is the first stage. That is what a lot of people don't do. It's just we're still here. You know, it's just jogging memories, hardly what anyone does, and it makes a big difference. We send 1 million emails a month for Partyman, Marsh Farm, Lee Valley. Most of that is just, we're still here. So we spent £4,000 on sending emails out last month. That's what it costs us to send over 1 million emails with all the software, but it does work. It does definitely work. I think when you're sending it B2B, like to funeral directors and schools, you won't get bookings the next day, but if you do it every month for a year, I think people go, yes, we've got 10 people working on the school doing this. I want to make sure that we're top of memory when that opportunity strikes. And the council, like them councillors, we should put them all in that. I would even, the reverend from the church, is he in on that as well? If someone's getting married in that church, someone's dying, someone's having a christening. Is it rare that every day you clean every room down? So when you clean down 17 rooms, how many people are doing that? So having another set of sets, would that help? So when we got 5 more rooms, how many more people is that? Do you feel like you really understand it now? Do you think it's easier to run this or Marsh Farm? So what's the biggest stresses from the difference between Marsh Farm and here? You haven't got people, you haven't got animals. Well, when is it people checking in late that causes the big... But the phone will ring less once people can book online. I don't know, if you can get more bookings and more rooms, you'd put a full-time office receptionist, wouldn't you, Monday to Friday? Would that help or not really? Just finished up the Blue Boar Hotel meeting with the team, really discussing systems and processes. Very difficult learning this hotel trade. There is money to be made in hotels, but like most trading businesses, obviously challenges come, and we're in this middle ground between we're not boutique and we're not massive big. So we have days where we've got 16, 18 rooms to clean down, but actually we're refurbishing a load more rooms, and I think once we're bigger and we have more revenue, you can afford for more staff and more systems to be able to help make running the business easier. I actually think it'd be easier to run a 500 bedroom hotel over a 20 bedroom hotel, because with a 500 bedroom hotel you can afford night staff, you can afford more maintenance, more cleaners, because you get that economies of scale. And that's the challenge I'm just trying to work out here. But it's such a massive building, and we're only using about 35% of it at the moment. So I think once we start using more of it, there's more opportunities. I mean, even that building there. So that building there that we've got on shot, which is next to the hotel, you can see the edge of the hotel on shot, which is sort of behind me over there, and then that bit's over there. We've got to refurbish that and get 3 more rooms over there. Plus we've got this part over here as well, which is still not being used. So it's a massive project, and it's going to take a number of years. I mean, we're taking great strides already, but a number of years to go. Just got to Marsh Farm, and we're doing some extensive building works here. This is where our pumpkin patch was just a few weeks ago. And then over there, about 15 acres in that direction, is our Big Father Christmas experience, which is in its 10th year now. It's nearly sold out. Do a big bulk of the bookings for that 6 months in advance. Big message there for cash flow and in your business. You can get prepayments that can really help cash flow. I want you to remember, and I tell this story a lot on my podcast. If you haven't checked out my podcast, I'll put a little link in the video description. But I coach business owners on there for sort of 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and go through their challenges, and there's a commonality, they want to grow their business. Anyway, cash flow often comes up. It's a thing that stresses out business owners most. It still stresses me out, even now, with all the revenues we're doing, all the staff we've got, the profitability, the commercial property that we own. I still get stressed out about cash flow the most, because if you're growing a business, you're burning through cash even if you're profitable. And I love telling the little story now about a wedding venue that I helped. I was doing some sort of coaching with them. Pre-COVID, they always had £500,000 in the bank, and so they always thought they were profitable, but they didn't produce monthly profit and loss. And then COVID came along, and guess what happened in COVID? They locked everything down, and all of the cash stopped coming in, and people wanted their deposits back. That's why they had so much cash in the bank, because people were paying for deposits for their weddings 1, 2, 3 years into the future. But actually, when they actually ran their profit and loss management accounts, they weren't making very much money at all. So they had a huge cash balance in the bank based on future cash coming into the business, but not on a profit and loss point of view. So the biggest way that I've found to improve cash flow in your business is make sure you're producing monthly profit and loss, monthly management accounts. They are the secret sauce to building a more profitable business that makes more money, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Right, I'm going to show you the dinosaur part right now that we're building here at Marsh Farm, which is a huge investment, causing me more cash problems. But when it opens up, we'll make more cash, hopefully. Right, let's have a look. So we've had to stop building because we was digging around the foundations and we've discovered this. And obviously Natural England and the History Channel want to come down. I can't even make it all up. Some stuff has started to arrive for the dinosaurs. That's obviously a big part of the theming. So this building here, which we're doing some heavy extensive works on, is going to be the indoor element, the family entertainment centre. And then all of this stuff here, you can see all these wiggly paths really starting to take shape now. We're going to build a big archaeological tent there. And this is going to be a walk around dinosaur area. Obviously they're putting in all this still to reinforce the pathways. Big job. Should we see if we can get inside and have a little look what's being done? Really starting to take shape now, isn't it? So the guests are going to come round here and go on a sort of a dinosaur exploration. Oh, it's so exciting. Want to build anticipation. That's what all the walls are doing. There's going to be interactive games and educational games for our visitors to be able to do and explore, rather than just go round seeing some dinosaurs, which loads of people do. We wanted to put all this unique stuff. And if you keep watching the channel, we'll keep developing this as we go on. As some more themings arrived here. We've got some T-Rex things, Allosaurus. So this is all going to be very, very heavily themed in here. And we've got a big team of artists coming from Italy and Sweden that are going to help put all this together. It's going to be really cool. I'm excited to see it come together. There's about another about 15 more weeks of intensive works to happen here. Hopefully you can see the scale and the size of this building with that long shot that Chuds is now putting in. Interestingly enough, this building used to be where we started Teddy-tastic, where we distributed all of our teddy bears, and we've now got a much bigger building for that because that business has grown. It's funny. I started thinking about putting a dinosaur park here 5 years ago. Started thinking about building Teddy-tastic 10 years ago. If you just give things a bit of time, they start to happen, gang. They start to happen. Right, come on, let's go. I do struggle with these businesses in terms of growing them. I just think they're profitable jobs, to build a letting agency and managing landlords' portfolios. It doesn't really get me out of bed in the morning. I think it's highly commoditized, and I think very difficult to turn into a commercially profitable enterprise that works without you in it. But if you want it to be a job and you just want to have an okay income from it, then crack on is my advice. So I will be telling that to Abbas when I speak to him in just a few moments' time.
You haven't clicked record.
Abbas, I've got to do all that again because I haven't pressed record, I've just realised. Okay. Hello guys, welcome back to the Business Broadcast. This is the podcast designed to help grow your business. I mean, it's market message media. So who is your market? What is their pain point? What is your message to them? And then the media you're going to use. I get you want to be successful. You want to be successful. That's obvious, isn't it? You want to be a mover shaker, yeah? I think we can all agree with that. And I think you're a hard-working individual. I've met you, you're out there in the community, in the entrepreneurship space. I've seen you at loads of seminars and events. You want to do something with your life, and I applaud that. I just wonder if you're putting your energies slightly into the wrong areas. Quick pit stop at the farm here. This is my main office. My PA works from there. My PA, the wonderful Tracy, is the one that looks after the business park and gets all of our tenants as well. I've done 2 podcasts. I'm now going to the Rossi Ice Cream Factory. I've left them heads of terms in. I don't really want to do them. I was meant to, Tracy said, in the car, make sure you do this stuff. But it's like reading a big heads of terms. I don't want to do that today. I'm going to drive. Right, we just got to the Rossi Ice Cream Factory. This building we own, we do loads of different businesses in here. Leisure, Teddy-tastic. We make our ice cream, our bakeries here. This, my friends, It's mine and Chud's lunch because it's been a very busy day today. Been to multiple locations and our tummies are rumbling. Let's get that done. I'll show you around here. So you remember earlier in the video, we was at the dinosaur park. Well, that was that barn that we've turned into that family entertainment centre. This is now where we distribute for all of our business. It's a huge building and we own the freehold of this. And look at the size of it. We're distributing food, drinks, teddy bears, party pieces, all from this location. And then downstairs underneath is our ice cream factory. So we're really leveraging the building to sweat the asset. And because we own it, over a period of time, it goes up in value, which gives that business really, or gives this business, my businesses, real strength in value. That's why I bought Red Lions Business Parks, why I bought this, because when you own commercial property, over a period of time, you build loads of value in the business to protect you. Now, I've got a meeting now with Leah, who's my accounts manager, and we're just going to go over year-end stuff, monthly profit and loss, because you've got to be on your numbers, you've got to know all this stuff. That's what I'm going to do now. Come on, let's go. Right, so the accounts meeting is done. We're now skipping over to Marsh Farm, and I'm meeting someone there that I'm doing some consultancy work for. Bloody busy day today, gang, bloody busy day. Just got to the beautiful Blue Boar Hotel. This is a hotel that we bought earlier this year, and we've set this up for a dinner meeting. In here, there's going to be 15 brilliant business owners that follow my content that seriously want to grow their business. And we've created Executive Club. This is where we meet up every single month to make sure they're doing what they say they're going to do. If they've got any challenges, how can I help them overcome those challenges? And being part of a community, a mastermind of brilliant people helps drive us all forward. Now, I'm going to start the dinner off with a little presentation, a little pre-dinner speech, not an after-dinner speech, a pre-dinner speech on all the things that I think people should be looking out for in 2024 and what's my biggest learns of 2023. Luckily for you, dear YouTube viewer, you're going to get to see me swizzle around that subject. Let's do it. It's an old Dan Kennedy saying. Anyone that has watched me for long enough knows that I talk about Dan Kennedy's great American marketeer. And he always said, if you wanted to sell hot dogs, you need to sell them in a football stadium with 70,000 hangry fans. Your hot dog's probably not very good. They're not the best, you know, it's a naff bun, a naff hot dog, but there's 70,000 people there that want to spend money and buy because they're hungry, and you know, good chance of being a commercially profitable enterprise. It really is the number one thing. Hungry audience wants to buy from you easily now, straight away, with no risk reversal. When I talk about risk reversal, you know, when we're doing marketing, you know, and you're presenting your product or service, the consumer is thinking, what's the risk of me buying this product or service? And then your job as the business owner is to reverse the risk. We can do that through testimonials. We've been around a long time, money back guarantees. You know, if you've got that hungry audience that wants to buy straight away, all those things become a lot easier. And you want to be working on very important, non-urgent tasks. That really sums up what peak performance is in entrepreneurship, working on very important non-urgent tasks. So a very important non-urgent task for me would be writing that next book, would be making a podcast, making a YouTube video. I don't get instant returns on those things, but the power of that compounding over a period of time. It's easy not to do the next podcast. It's easy just to forget to make that next piece of content and be busy being busy. Sometimes just to buy in the management team. I'm listening to you talking about that signage company and the talent within the team. That is my operis mirandi for me when I'm buying companies. It's not just buying the profitability, the turnover, and the access to market. I'm actually number one. Is there talent in this business that can help my existing business, and can my existing business benefit from that talent and all the other bits? Yes, indeed. Good people that are in companies for a long time that don't just hopscotch out, that like habit of going to the same place. You know, sometimes you can't steal those people, and no matter how good an opportunity you present to them, they like being in the lane, they like the safety, and if you buy the company, you can enjoy all that resource for your business. It is a Bill Gates phrase. Most people overestimate what can be done in a year, but underestimate what can be done in 10 years. Now, the reason I like this little phrase is because it forces us to think bigger. That's what I absolutely love about it. Because sometimes people can be overwhelmed by what they can do in a year. But actually, when you think about in 10-year chunks, most people can achieve anything because it gives you enough time to think better, think bigger. And there is a magic to thinking bigger. So yeah, if you can think in 10-year chunks, I think you'll get some great results. And anyone that's had children will know that 10 years really is nothing. But in business, you can get a lot more done if you think in a 10-year chunk. Let's look at one of my businesses. At the moment, the Rossi Ice Cream Parlour has an average transactional value, as of yesterday, because I track it every day, average transactional value or average customer value of £8.10. If we could get that to £9.50, I know the difference between these two here is largely profit. I mean, there is a bit of cost to sell. There's a bit more ice cream, you know, there's another wafer, whatever it is. But there is so much profit in between those two numbers. But what everyone says, oh, we're doing 1.5 million. This year we're going to get to 3 million. But why? Why do you want to do that? Just because that's your measure of growth. But actually get really excited about order value, customer value. That's the one that's going to get the profit driven into your business. That was delicious. I recognise that white ice cream. Let me just have a little double check. Yeah. So 8, 10, 9, 50, and then so what was that? Turnover. Yeah, don't worry about the turnover. It's just the sugar hit's just taken over there. So yeah, this is what we wanted to get excited about.